Um, Violent Night is out in theaters right now, guys, where David Harbour is playing Santa Claus, and he takes on a bunch of bad guys, led by John Leguizamo. And I saw it last night in the theaters. It says here in the plot synopsis, when a group of mercenaries attack the estate of a wealthy family, Santa Claus must step in to save the day. And I like the trailers for this. It looked like David Harbour was having a lot of fun with this. And it's graphic at times. It truly is. David Harbour, like in its brutality. Beverly D'Angelo is in this. Gertrude. Time has not been nice to Beverly. She is not. John Leguizamo. Yeah. So, what do you need to know about this, guys? Look at the runtime. It's an hour and 52 minutes. So know that going in. I said that in my straight out of the theater reaction that's up on the channel right now. Here it is. Here it is, straight up, guys. It's not a good film. The dialogue is terrible in it. It's got some really questionable acting from the rest of the cast. John Leguizamo is good. David Harbour is good. But it's kind of like, it's a one-note gag. We know that he's not meant to take on the terrorists or the mercenaries. So get to it. And there's a couple of scenes in this, well, there's multiple scenes in this, where he's just sitting in a room, hearing everything going on, and then it's kind of like him slinking through the house. And that's a bulk of like 45 minutes of this movie. And I don't know how people are overlooking that in some of the reviews. We'll take a look at the tomato meter here in a minute. But for me, it's kind of like, okay, it was fun to see him get set up, and they did establish some cool mythos with him. Using some of the Santa themes that we know, like him using his nose and stuff to get up chimneys and stuff like that. And they were establishing some cool backstory to Kris Kringle. But then it just kind of stops and has like these conversations with this young girl, and it just completely loses momentum. And it happens for 10 minutes at a time, and it's kind of like, just get on to the part where he takes on the mercenaries, for crying out loud. Oh, yeah, this is the first movie in a long time where I was so tempted to walk out of this film. I was. Let's go over the tomato meter. 66%, 90 by the audience. So yeah, the audience seems to be liking it, but it's only like 50. This will come down a little bit. It's the runtime. The runtime really hurts this. It says an hour and 41 minutes here, though. No, it's not, guys. It was closer to 2. I checked in at 5 o'clock for this. It was after 7 o'clock when I came out. And I know that's including trailers and commercials before the movie starts, but I was just kind of like, some of the acting here was not good, especially from the parents of the little girl. Like, the little girl was okay. Who was the Alex Hassel and Mitra Suri? Alexis Louder, the two parents of the young girl. Not good acting. And it sucks, because that Alex Hassel guy who plays the father, I was looking at him, he's got a look to him. He does. I thought he could play like a villain of some kind. Like, he's got like that structure in his face that he could play a villain. Like maybe like a Prince Shizor there from like Star Wars. But then when you see him acting, it's kind of like, yeesh. Violent Night, guys. Let's take a look at the snapshot reviews and see if I agree with them. From the Times UK says, Die Hard meets A Miracle on 34th Street. That's it. That's the pitch. And most of this blood-soaked action comedy nearly fulfills those expectations. And it is bloody. It is edgy in its graphic nature when he starts to throw down and attack the people. But it's kind of like, that's what the movie should have all been about, but it's only for like 5 minutes here and there, and it doesn't, and it's like those payoffs, it takes too much to get to those payoffs. It takes way too much. And I was just bored. And that sucks, because John Leguizamo was eating it up as the bad guy, but even him was struggling to, like, it was like, there's lots of these scenes where Yes, it needed an edit. And there's Beverly D'Angelo. You didn't really see her in the trailers that much. Um, it sounds like smoking or drinking hasn't done her any favors. In real life, I mean, which kind of sucks. And this is like the dopey family, and you were rooting for them to get killed because they're like buttheads. They say the kind of a mix of like Die Hard and Home Alone. They try to do that Home Alone thing at one point, and it's kind of like, yeah, it was kind of funny. Like the little kid sets up traps for the mercenaries. It was kind of funny, but as I said, it just took too long for us to get there, and by the time it did, I was cashed out. I was checked out. Let's take a look at some of the other snapshot reviews. Maybe a bad one here from Wall Street Journal. This one gets bogged down with people sitting around talking. Yes. So know that. A lot of sitting down and talking. And when we finally reach a series of cinematic confrontations, they're lazily written and thoughtlessly staged. Yeah, guys. If it was an hour like this, Violent Night, this pitch should have been the exact length of what Lake Placid was. Lake Placid was an hour and 20 minutes. Violent Night should have been an hour and 20 minutes because you saw the pitch in the trailers. We know what the gag was, and why would you want to sit there in the theater for an hour and 40 minutes for it to finally start to come into fruition? Not very good, guys. Not good. Hey, if you want to see those few moments and have a few laughs, go out and check it out. But for me, Violent Night is a 4 out of 10. A generous 4 out of 10. Because it was something that I wanted to walk out of. Okay, guys, that's it for me. And it sucks because I do like David Harbour. And I like John Leguizamo. And I like the premise. But it just didn't deliver. Santa Claus as a brutish kind of guy didn't work for me. What do you guys think? Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. You do know that I'm just trying to spare you guys time and money to not waste in the theater, right? Wait for when you're at home and you can hit the fast forward button through some of the top